Hello and welcome to Middle-Aged Geek Girl. I'm Sally. Today I have some cross stitch kits that were kindly sent to me from Biggest Craft. There are 3 of them. 2 are from spring and 1 is a Joy Sunday. So let's check out what I got. So this first one here from Joy Sunday is a 14 count 30 by 26 centimeters, and it's called Autumn Greetings, and I just thought it was adorable and really pretty when I saw the image. We are about to finish autumn in the Southern Hemisphere. We're in our last month of autumn and then we move on to winter. So I got this one just in time. Okay, so if we check out first of all the image, that's what it looks like, just a bit clearer for you. And the colours just, really struck me when I saw the image. I think they're beautiful, beautiful colours. And it looks like there are a total of 42 colours with 4 types of stitches by the looks of things. So you've got full stitch, half stitch, French knot and back stitch. So definitely a lot of stitching and detailing in this one. As always with Joy Sunday, you get a really lovely detailed and big chart. So very easy to follow. Here is the canvas itself. Stitch off around the edging to stop fraying, and it's not a massive canvas. As I said, it's only 30 by 26 centimeters and it's only a partial stitch. You're not stitching the entire canvas, and it always looks very busy on the canvas itself. That's why you need a really good and detailed chart, which you always get with Joy Sunday. But it looks like it's printed really clearly, and it's going to be a great piece when it's done. But what you all want to see, I know, is the actual floss. Just look at the colors. First of all, there are your 2 needles that you get, and it's across 2 cards because it is, as I said, 42 colors. So here are colors 31 to 42. They're all very earthy tones because it is a very, very earthy, autumny toned canvas or image. Now you get over that side. I always find it hard to negotiate 2 cards sometimes. Oh no, you shouldn't be hanging over there either. Let's try that. 3rd time's a charm. Colors 16 to 30 here. Again, beautiful, beautiful earthy tones. And lastly, colours 1 to 15 here. And a Luna has just come to crash the party. So I have to try and stop her from eating the thread. But there's colours 1 to 15. No, baby. All very beautiful. Really love this colour palette. So now that we have a monster amongst our midst, let's pop this one away. Okay, Luna has vacated. I don't think she wants to be part of it anymore, and she didn't want to show herself on camera. I did try to convince her to, but she didn't want to. But we'll keep moving. So here are the first of the 2 spring ones I've got, and interestingly, these 2 spring ones are 14 count. So spring brand must be moving into 14 count canvases now, because everything I've got from them up until this point is only ever been 11 count. So that's exciting. So this circle one here is 35 by 35 centimeters. Or it says 122 by 126 stitches. And I believe it was called Berry Lily. It still comes in its awesome packaging. I still love the way spring also packaged. So spring and Joy Sunday do the best packaging in my opinion. So you get your information sheet. There is a closer up version for you of the image. So yeah, even though it's a circle and why it says 122 by 126, it does slightly go out of the circle pattern there. So that's why it's not a perfect number of stitches for a circle, but it's really quite pretty images. I think these are going to be more wintry tones, which, as I said earlier, we are moving into winter here in the Southern Hemisphere. So you've got, as with Joy Sunday, Spring do a very big detailed chart, really easy to read. So if you lose your place on a stamped cross stitch canvas for some reason, you can always go back to this and see where you're at. So having a look at this one, it has 3 stitch types, and it has a total of, it looks like 39 colours. Yes, because for some reason they put that a bit out of order there, but there's 39 colours. And so you've got full stitch, back stitch, and again, I've only seen it with Spring brand. I haven't done a canvas yet with it on it, so I've got to teach myself this stitch, but what they call a mixed stitch, where you do 2 colours combined. And I think when you do those, there are an actual full stitch, but you're mixing 2 coloured threads together, and I think it gives it a bit more detail and variety. And with Spring here, you get your canvases in a separate bag so that they're protected from any staining or anything like that that might happen. That's interesting. They've sewn on a little tag here to let you know it's 100% cotton Aida and your washing instructions. So that's pretty good. It is a very detailed canvas and a very well made canvas. It's all stitched off around the edging to stop fraying. It's got all your details, so you get a lot of extra space around the actual image, and I like that too, because if you want to customize it or personalize it with anything, you've got all this extra space, because remember, all this washes off, so you've got all this extra space to put your own little personalization on it. So yeah, I always like that, having a lot of white space around the actual image. So it's just this circle area and slightly outside the circle area that you need to stitch, and it does look busy, but it is a detailed image. It's a beautiful image. And this looks like it's printed really clearly. I can't see any issues with the ink on the fabric at all. So yeah, really happy with it. I can't complain at all. It's a good looking canvas. So we'll pop that away, and we will check out the 39 colours. And just looking at them, I can see from here they look very pastel-y and very wintry, because there's a lot of blue in the image, but also very pastel. So here's the first card. The 2 cards aren't stapled together, which is fine, but at least they're on one of these solid cards and not those individual cards. And here's colours 31 to 39, and they're really, as I say, very pastel and just beautiful tones there. And your first card, you've got your needles there, which are the slightly smaller needles, because this is a 14 count, not an 11 count. So here are colours 1 to 15, and yeah, they are very pastel-y based, and blue, very heavy on the blue. I can see more blue on the other side. Beautiful, beautiful colours. This colour 16 to 30. Some of them are a bit more of a bolder blue, but beautiful colours. So I think this one is going to look really pretty when it's done with that colour palette. But I'll pop all of this back in the envelope. Make sure I have the image facing up the right way, because there's been many times I've put these in with the image upside down. And they're so easy to do that with, and they're just a great little packet to keep your project in. And Luna's just popped back. I don't know if you caught her on camera, but she's, oh, here she is. Hello, baby. We'll say hello to your adoring fans. Oh, yeah, she's letting you see her paws. Do you want to here? Put your head here. Your adoring fans want to see you, baby. And while she's leaving her paws there, we'll do the last one. And it's another 14 count from spring. And this one is a 35 by 32, 134 stitches by 126. Again, because it's a circle image with a bit of it going on the outside, you're probably going to lose focus as Luna's head gets in the way. This one was called Lantern Fruit. And I got this one as well because it's very purpley, and I do love my purples. So we'll try and do this around Luna. We'll see how we go. Try and keep the thread hidden from her until the very last minute. So here is the image close up, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of purple to pink to yellow. I just love this color palette. When I saw the image, that's why I thought I'd give it a go. I think it's going to look really stunning. You've got your chart here, nicely detailed as always. And lots of bits and pieces needed. Oh, she's found the thread. Hey, I need that. No. I have to keep that away from her for a bit. So this one has 4 types of stitches, and look at them all. Wow. It's got 40 colors and a massive amount of stitches. So you've got 39 colors in a full stitch, then you go into a back stitch, a quarter stitch, and again mixed stitch where you combine 2 of the colors to make one needle load basically. Quarter stitch, I'm a bit near on quarter stitch. They're another stitch that sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't think it adds too much detail, in my opinion. Maybe for a more trained eye on cross stitch, you know, for you might feel that you need to do it if you want to get the image done absolutely as it's intended to do. But for me, I give or take. I leave quarter stitch, and the same with 3/4 stitch. I'll either replace it with a half stitch or a full stitch, but that's me. You do you as you want to do it, but it is all very nicely detailed there. Oh, phew, Luna's gone. She's just spotted a bird in the garden, so she's gone to the window to suss it out. So, oh God, I'll be able to get to the thread hopefully without her trying to eat it more. But here is your canvas, again stitched off around the edging to prevent fraying. This one, they look like they've cut it a bit closer to the edge than the other one. There doesn't look like there's as much white space around it, which is fine. There's enough still, and you've still got your details of your colors around it, although you are missing what 2 number, like you can't quite see what the second number is meant to be here in the DMC code, but you've got the number of what number it is on the board. But I don't use this anyway. I never use this part to look at what color I'm to use. I always look at the chart. So to me, that doesn't worry me as much. It might be inconvenience to some other people. Like I said, we all look at this stuff and do it differently, but for me, that doesn't matter. Apart from that, it's printed really well. It's not runny or oversaturated with the ink. It's, yeah, just because of it being such a detailed canvas, it's a very busy looking canvas, but no problems with it at all. And it's good to see 14 counts with Spring Brand. And lastly, whilst Luna is distracted, it's safe to bring these out. First of all, they've only given you, that's odd. So this one, they've only given 1 needle, but they've attached it to a bit of the fabric so it doesn't get lost. I mean, I have plenty of needles, and rarely have I ever had one break that I needed a second needle. But yeah, it's interesting, just got one in that case. If this was your first cross-stitch kit, you might have to get some spare needles. If this was your first ever cross-stitch kit, you're a braver person than me, because this would be way too complicated, in my opinion, to do as a beginner. But of course there is that phrase, bite off more than you can chew, and chew like buggery. So, you know, it might be your thing. But here are colours 31 to 40. And they're in that nice sort of oranges and pinks and purples and yellows, what we said would be on it from the start. And here is the first card, which has your first 30 colours on it. And there's colours 1 to 15, and they're really beautiful bright colours. Some gorgeous purples in there. And colours 16 to 30 again. So this one's got your yellows and your more sort of, I think they're pinkish tones, and a bit more on the pink scale than the orange. So yeah. So they are the 3 kits that were kindly sent to me from Biggest Craft. So again, a big thank you to Biggest Craft for these canvases. I love them all. I love the fact that spring are now going into 14 count. I think they're really gorgeous images, and they will stitch up beautifully, and they're all very well detailed. So I wouldn't consider any of these for beginners, because there are a lot of stitches involved in each of them, a lot of type of stitches I should say, as opposed to a lot of stitches. They're not big canvases, but there's a lot of different variety of stitches, so you won't get bored at least. But yeah, it might be a bit complicated for beginners. But as I said earlier, you might be the type of person that likes to bite off more than you can chew, and chew like buggery. So let me know down in the comments what you thought of these canvases. Do you have a favourite? I love to hear from you, and I always respond. And if you can't think of anything to say, leave an emoji and I will respond in kind. If this is your first time stumbling across my channel, or if you've watched a few and you've not yet done so, please subscribe. It helps my channel out. It helps YouTube recommend my channel to other people. And I have a goal this year to hopefully get my channel to a point where it's monetized, so I can earn a bit of pocket money to help me invest in the channel a bit more. And the only criteria I'm missing is the 4,000 watch hours. So if I hit that, then I should be eligible for monetization. So if you'd like to help out with that, you can revisit some of my playlists and just have them playing on in the background. You don't have to sit there and watch the full playlist. You can just have it going on in the TV in the background. But yeah, without that 4,000 watch hours, I unfortunately can't get monetized. And it's just, as I said, it's not going to make me a millionaire. It's just so I can earn a little bit of pocket money to reinvest into the channel and bring some new and exciting things to show you. But having said that, also, if you're interested in supporting the channel further, I do have a Ko-fi and a Patreon account set up, and the details are up here on screen. But that will do it for this video. So thank you everybody for watching. And until next time, please stay safe, stay weird, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.